Okay, I'm doing a test to see if it's going to work. I'm waiting for that button to show up. No connection issues so far. And I doubt notifications went out, but let's see. I'll just sit here for a couple of minutes and wait. One person. Hopefully a few people come aboard. Okay, for the three people who are watching, can you see and hear me okay without any issue? This is kind of a live stream, and if it actually works, I'll keep talking. So if you are watching, please let me know. Can you see and hear me okay without any issue? That's why I haven't been doing lives for the past few weeks. All right, you got four people, so let's see. Okay, you can. Everything is working well. The only thing that isn't working, notifications did not go out, so that sucks. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was hoping if people showed up, we could talk about Zatima this week. And I saw the Jonathan Majors news the minute Shade Room posted it. And I'm like, nah, this got to be. And I'm like, no, it ain't April Fool's. So this got to be real, sadly. But sucks. We can't have nice things. Okay, we got 9 people. So if you have any questions or topics you want to discuss, then this will be a good time to leave them in the chat because you got my full attention. There aren't hundreds of people competing with you. But quick thoughts. This week's Zatima, it wasn't it. Episode 4, I think it was better than 3. I think 3 really dragged down this week's episodes, but the first 7 minutes, the entire elevator scene between Zach, Paul, and Fatima, that was not good. It really felt like we were crapping on Zach's character because, yeah, Fatima acts the same way with Deja, but it doesn't really make it any better when we have to endure 7 minutes of Zach acting completely irrational like a wild animal. Fatima and this whole child thing. What child thing? Oh yeah, you're talking about the one from. Well, I didn't want to really talk about Sisters, but yeah, you're right. The whole lying about having a child, that was, I did not like that whatsoever. I think it was completely unnecessary. And yeah, I got about 18 more videos to edit because I don't know why, but Mr. World Premiere, I'm not able to download from their website. So I'm trying to figure out a way to download the episode so I can get the clips and screenshots I need. But I've already recorded like 18 videos on Friday. I just need to edit. Like last night, I did my reviews and whatnot and got those up, but I need to get the rest of them done too. I mean, I love Fatima's mom when she showed up. Like she gave off that Maleficent, evil queen, like somewhat like Veronica Harrington. Like the moment we heard her voice, not even seeing her on screen, but the moment we heard her voice, I just knew, okay, she don't play around. She don't mess around. This is real. Like it's about to get real up in Zatima. Yeah, I'm glad that the live stream is actually working. I'm not going to jinx it though, because I feel like next time I try to do another one, it won't work. But yeah, I don't feel like Zatima really did much for me this week. It feels like, and this is what I feared, As soon as I was told season 2 was 20 episodes, I'm like, we're going to go from having a strong 10 episode season 1 to a season 2 that's double the length, which means you're probably going to increase filler. Because, I mean, how did we go from the emotional ending at episode 2 to the irrational, just, I don't know, Neanderthal Zach we saw in episodes 3 and 4? Yes, I understand he's still emotional about his family. Certain trigger words like Bryce talking about his mom, yeah, those things could set him off. But just the way he was interacting with Paul, this Deja girl has been really annoying. I mean, I'm not trying to take it easy on Zach compared to Fatima, but in a way, I kind of feel for him, because think of it this way. He clearly is very attracted to Deja, but he knows better than to do anything with her because Fatima crazy. But on top of that, it's like he has to divvy up his lust for Deja, his relationship with Fatima, but also the obligations as a landlord. I think the best thing for Zach to do, and a lot of people have said the same thing, he needs to hire a handyman, even if it's only temporary, because her lease is 6 months. Not to mention, she still is struggling to pay that first month's rent. So I feel like get a handyman. So whenever Deja says something's wrong, handyman or maintenance can come over and fix it. That way Zach doesn't even have to interact with her. I do feel like Fatima was doing too much, like throwing the groceries and whatnot. Like, Zach didn't even have to go over there and try to help her. Like, he should have just gotten the car. But then the same could be said about Zach and the way he acted towards Paul. That was really messed up. How was something wrong for brand new house? Yeah, I know, right? It's weird. The Paul thing, just like with Fatima, Zach was able to sense that this Paul guy might not be as innocent as he appears, like he has hidden agendas, ulterior motives. And it might be right, just the little things like Zach talking about how did you just so happen to be passing through when Fatima was fixing her tire when the construction team doesn't park in the same area as employees? It looks pretty suspect. It really does. Not to mention, I got to give Fatima props, because notice how she constantly mentioned, I'm in a relationship, I'm engaged. When they were trapped on the elevator, she kept reiterating the fact that she's in a relationship. But when Zach interacted with Deja, it took maybe the third time they interacted for her to actually learn that, oh, you have a fiance or a girlfriend. Yeah, that's that. Why are all the characters insecure and possessive? That's what really turned me off from the episodes, because the characters just felt so weird. I mean, from Angela suggesting that Fatima keeps her options open despite the fact she has a whole fiance, then Bryce out of nowhere catching an attitude with Zach over something that he did. I mean, was Zach just not supposed to say anything? Then Nathan just calling Connie. That's why I just made a post that Tony is one of my favorite. I think Tony is the best character currently in Zatima because he's shown growth. He wasn't necessarily a Fatima hater. Let me explain. He didn't like the idea of one of their group members yet again falling in love and leaving the group, because like every time, one of the guys met a girl, they were gone. But then it was like, hey, Zach, you just came up. You just got into some money. You got out of that, toxic relationship with Karen. You need to sow your oats or have fun and then settle down at some point, but don't rush into it. But then, he saw Fatima and Ian, and then he was looking out for his boy. But then it got to the point where it's like, okay, I see Zach's come up, or I don't know if glow up is the term you use for a male. I know females use the glow. Well, I think glow up applies to anybody. So he just saw Zach change for the better. The fact that he and Fatima had a rough patch and then they were working through it, when usually Zach would just go to the next one. So he sees the change in Zach, and as a result, he supports that his friend is happy. So I do find it interesting that Tony definitely seems like to be the middleman, if you will. He's like the happy medium between Nathan's impulsiveness and Zach's recklessness. And he kind of like, he's right in the middle. I think Zach and Fatima need a break from each other. They have no business being engaged. I did not support the engagement since Zach got down on one knee. There's too much going on. I find it interesting that Angela is so invested. I was laughing my behind off. The fact that she could not get away from Bryce fast enough on that elevator. Yeah, I think, I don't want to judge it based on these two episodes. We need to wait until next week. But I think Tyler really did a bit too much with the characters in terms of their personality. It felt like we were seeing the worst of these characters. Well, maybe not Fatima. I don't think well, a little bit with Deja, but yeah. I wish the other characters got storylines besides Angela minus Zatima. I mean, I would like to see more of Nate do. I did love Belinda's podcast. The fact that, like me, we both review Tyler Perry shows. I mean, what's it like at home since Lori caught Nate in the hot tub? Like, what happened from that? Like, what's the aftermath from that? And of course, the infamous line, "We've been dating for almost a year." When Fatima said that, I almost went off, but then I thought about it because somebody else said what I was saying or thinking in the back of my mind. Maybe she lied to Paul to make it seem like her and Zach have been together a while. That way he would back off. You gotta keep your trust. Well, we'll see about a house. I'm still since other girl's baby being Zach's child. Honestly, that's quite tame compared to everything else going on, and I don't care. I'm cool with Heather being his baby mama than Karen. I'll tell you that right now. Sorry, got a message. Karen needs a baby mom. No. I mean, like I said, I hope that Fatima was lying, because if they've been seeing each other for almost a year, Karen wouldn't even have a baby bump. She would have a full baby at this point. Like I said, I really just hope she was lying to kind of, talk up her relationship, because this makes no sense. Not to mention, not to mention, Fatima's mom said, "Hey, your landlord said you haven't been at home for 3 weeks, so you are living with this guy." Meaning that she definitely had to be lying, or it's just really, really, really bad writing between episodes 3 and 4. Because Heather's happy as a lock with $2,000 a month, and Zach is free to see the sun whenever he wants to. Karen is just, I don't know. I have no idea when the Oval season 4 is coming to BET Plus, but as soon as I know, I will let you know. My guess is next month. We might hear about it next week. I don't really have a date, but I thought Fatima old condo. Didn't she say she was renting it out? I mean, I don't know. Karen has been mentioned, Andy has been mentioned, but they are not in Zatima. I go with bad writing for 1,000. Yeah, I'm still catching up. But yeah, I'm starting to hate watching these shows. I was reading comments on my reviews. A lot of people feel the same way, and it's sad. Season 2 just came. I mean, as soon as we saw the season 2 trailer, I knew it was going to be flat. Belinda will do anything to keep Zach away from Fatima. I'm willing to bet that Paul sent that video clip around. At this point, it makes the most sense, because He was in the elevator. He knew he knew what happened, and he probably sent that clip around to humiliate Zach, and then again make him feel like the bigger man to Fatima. So I don't know. Do you think Fatima's mom is going to be Zatima's answers to Miss Lisa? I hope so, but in a way that makes sense. Like her presence here makes sense now as compared to Miss Lisa, who should have showed up like 3 seasons ago. Yeah, they got some bad. Yeah, Tony's the only good friend. Tony is the only good friend. Sorry about that. I had to close Facebook. I was getting a lot of messages because of the Jonathan Majors thing. Um, at this point, I feel so bad for Zach when he was mentioning about his childhood trauma. Yeah, but and I know this sounds bad, but you know how it is with Kanye. It's like, oh, his mother died, so he hasn't been mentally right still. But you can't blame everything on the mother's passing. So even though Zach was really lashing out, you really can't blame everything on the whole mother thing. But to be fair, that did happen just last night. But for him to go into full disrespect mode to Paul, that was messed up. I didn't Miss Lisa. I didn't like Miss Lisa in season 5. I liked her, but her plan made no sense at the point in the story that we were already at. The whole letters thing was stupid because at this point, Zach has a whole fiance. They are living together. Miss Lisa never found out everything that happened since she had left. So, no, it was stupid. I fell asleep, forgot where I stopped. Ooh, I hate that feeling. Phone's breaking up. Okay. If I'm breaking up, I'm just gonna end the live stream. It's probably the Wi-Fi. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll try this again at a very, very soon. Hopefully it works. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you later.